It's not time to make a change. Just sit down, take it slowly. You're still young, that's your fault. There's so much you have to go through. Find a girl, settle down. If you want, you can marry. Look at me, I am old, but I'm happy. All the times that I cried, keeping all the things I do inside, it's hard, but I try to ignore it.
We are gathered here as a select few to celebrate and remember the life of this unique, loving and caring, kind and gentle, well-travelled and well-loved man. Duncan sadly passed away at home on the 1st of May. He'd been quite happy in lockdown, even if he didn't completely understand it. He loved his new flat, and as long as Duncan had his music and Radio 4, he was quite content. Sister Anne had been making sure he had good home-cooked meals, leaving them at his door 2 or 3 times a week. But getting Duncan's hands at the phone wasn't always easy. It was either down the side of the couch or in front of the charge. Duncan's passing was sudden and unexpected. He slipped away quietly and peacefully in his own bed. It gives us great comfort to think he'll be happily reunited again with his mom, Sadie. He had talked about that recently, so no one expected him to leave so soon. And we're all still in shock. I've been asked to conduct this service for Duncan in a way that is fitting to this talented, self-taught musician who entertained all of the world. I'd like to thank Duncan's family for all their help in preparing this service, and thank both the family and J.T. McColgan's funeral directors for this privilege. Before I go any further, can I ask you all to please check that your mobile phones are either off or on silent. It is at times like this that people usually get the opportunity to show great kindness and support. Sadly, so many more people would have loved to be here, but they have to find other ways to pay their respects, to grieve, and to support you. We will all have their memories of Duncan. You will have your own personal memories too. There'll be lots of stories. I can only relate a few shared with me by his beloved family. The stories and the memories will live on in the hearts and minds of all who were ever fortunate enough to encounter this good, gentle man who never had a bad word to say about anyone. As many of Duncan's much-loved family and friends as are permitted are here today, there are so many more who really wanted to join us. His family in Iceland, his daughter Sarah wanted to be here. We're delighted his nephew Mark has been able to join us. There's also Venka and his friends in Norway. Andy from Devon has made it too. Other friends from his days of playing music, friends from his school days. Paul's here. And there's Pete and Duncan from school days too. Aaron and Erin from Thailand, and so many more. All those who cannot be here send their condolences and their love. They'll be thinking of us and of Duncan at this time. When we lose someone, we find ourselves reflecting on their life and remembering the good and happy times, the laughter, and the tears, the ups and downs that occur in life. It is all of these that help to paint the picture. And there were plenty of bright and subtle colours in the picture of the life of Duncan Gillies. We hope today in particular you will remember Duncan with great fondness, gratitude and love. I'd now like to invite Duncan's niece Lisa to say a few words.
I'm kind of not sure that I need a microphone formally, right, because I've got a very big booming voice. And I think one of the things we should touch on is that there's a lot of people that can't be here today. So Roger from down in Surrey, where Duncan lived, and all these neighbours in the street down there, and I think Tom Dykes has come in, who was his agent for a long, long time when he was on the cruises, and a really great musician. And one of the things in our family is we all talk, right, so I'm very mindful of how much I talk, is the storytelling that Duncan was able to do. And Duncan was a really good storyteller. He was better than my grandfather, because my grandfather would tell stories he would exaggerate them even. It's ridiculous. But Uncle Duncan, as we like to call him, Uncle Duncan, he'd tell you stories and they were really funny. He had little twists on them, little nuances, and I always tried to do that throughout my life. And he always told me that story when he was a young boy, and he was at school, and he had a PE teacher. Now, Duncan wasn't good at wearing hats. And there was a reason for that. They wasn't good at wearing a hat. And his PE teacher said one thing, he said, "Gillis, stand up." He stood up. What's this? And he said, look at Gillis's head. Look at his head. That's a prime example of a big body. And he did have a big body. And that's why he could never wear his hats. He almost never pulled hats. What he said he could later in life. Because of this big body. It made him look really funny. And one of the other stories was, and it was shared again, a really funny one that I forgot all about, and it was one of his friends, a musician called JD. And JD put on Facebook, so we were sharing some stories on Facebook the other week, and JD said, he always told me, he said, "Do you ever remember this story?" He said, "We're all in Copenhagen, lots of musicians, and we went out for breakfast." Although it wasn't really breakfast, right, because it was probably like 3 in the afternoon. So they went out for breakfast, and they were sitting down, there was about 8 of them, and they said, "Can we have some buns?" And the waitress brought these buns down to them. Well, these buns out, and brought butter. And Duncan looks at them, and he was getting sweet tooth. And he said, "Can I have some honey with that?" So the waitress goes away, comes back, and he cut the honey, and that's it. He puts it down. And Duncan looks up and he says to her, "Ah, I see, you keep a bean." I always remember that, and he said, I remember that story so well, and I always remember it making me laugh so hard. So he was always good at telling those little stories. And one of the other things I remember when I was a child for Duncan was he influenced my brother and I very much on our music. So everything we did in our family was all about music. But I always remember lying in his bedroom, and I only remember this the other day. I said to Mum, I remember lying in Duncan's bedroom as a child. It used to be Mum's bedroom. And I remember looking up at the ceiling, and he was always a bit quirky. And what he had on the ceiling was he cut his own footprints out, bare feet, and put them across the ceiling from one end of the room to the other. And we moved out at this point, and this was a spare bedroom. And I remember lying in the bed with my grandma, Sadie, I was very close to her as well, and saying, "Oh, what's that on the ceiling? Oh, that's your Uncle Duncan's footprints." And I remember saying, "Why did you ever take them down? I quite like them." So they were there until they moved out of that house. For all the years they lived in that house, these footprints across the ceiling, and that's something that always sticks in my head about them. And one more thing I'm going to stop because I could stand here for half an hour about is he was mad on iron. And the guys in Copenhagen know that's right, because he would iron his sheets. So he had a thing about ironing bed sheets. Why, I don't know. But so he was always a benefit to Mum later on in life, where he would go up to the houses that Mum was cleaning and he would iron the sheets. So she had a little person in there who would make the beds for her, and they would argue over the beds and chat over the beds and stuff like that. So, but the main thing for me to remember about my Uncle Duncan was he was very, very funny. He didn't have an ill word to say about anything. And our family are very close. For us, this is difficult because social distance is not good for anybody. We're very tactile and we're quite dramatic and emotional as a family. But he was loving. He was very funny. I'm going to really miss his music and those laughters we had. So, yeah,
Which street is it?
he's trained, okay, Mum. He's obsessed with this train set, so I have to mention his train set. He's a train set as a young boy. And And he went away to the Marines, he came back and it was never there. And he was questioning it up until recently. He kept saying to my mum, I love that train set. But where did it ever go? Nobody knows where the train set went. Why did he ever get rid of the train set? So he was a mummy's boy and a big softie, and he said that as Catherine really talked a little bit more, explained a bit more about his life. So I'm going to step away before I take up too much of your time. So thank you. Thank you.
Duncan was born at home in Glasgow on the 3rd of June 1949 to Sadie and Archie Gillies, a wee brother for Anna. His first 5 years were spent in the Royston Hill Townhead area before the wee family moved to the new development that was Chapel. It was wonderful. The children had such freedom, and there were lots of young families all growing up at the same time, and lifelong friendships were made. He was always so trusting. Anne remembers a time when the two of them were engrossed in painting at little easels. Her brush broke. She told Duncan to give her a brush, and she would make him a new one. Totally trusting his big sister, he let her cut a chunk out of his fringe, which she then tied onto the brush handle with thread and gave him to use. It fell apart, and then Mum and Dad weren't too happy when they saw the state of Duncan's hair. They had a wonderful childhood. As their parents took them to visit all the different parks in the city, and one of their favourite places to visit was the art galleries. But they would also enjoy an ice cream at the cafe across the road. Glasgow Art Galleries always had a special place in Duncan's heart, and he still loved to visit it with family and friends. Duncan was always a gentle soul. He was small for his age, and all his friends were taller than him. At 17, this little lad joined the Marines. He soon realised it was not for him. He returned after 3 months of punishing training, sometimes brutal exercises that were designed for fully grown, extremely fit men. Duncan was physically stretched as well as challenged during that experience. When he returned home, he called on his best friend Pete's dad. Pat opened the door, and although he'd known Duncan so well for so many years, he truly didn't even recognise him. In 3 months, he had grown 4 or 5 inches tall. Duncan then decided to go to sea, following his dad's footsteps. Archie had been a ship's captain. Duncan would be away for months on end, sometimes getting stranded, locked in by icebergs in the waters around Canada. Duncan was extremely well read. He used his time aboard ship to continue this passion, amassing a great wealth of knowledge on a huge array of subjects. It was while he was away that Duncan first developed an interest in playing the guitar. He had plenty of time on his hands, and he taught himself to play. He became really interested in music, even writing his own songs. He had written a long and entertaining poem or song when he was only 14 for his sister Anne's bride when she had gone to London in the swinging 60s. London, London, here I come, purple hats and chewing gum. It went on and on. Discovering such joy in his newfound talent, Duncan began a new career. He played at the working men's clubs in England. It was a tough training ground, and it wasn't unknown for him to be booed off. But Duncan knew his worth, and he kept at it. He went to Jersey, where he worked in a hotel by day and played music at night. And it was in Jersey that he met his wife. Lara was from Iceland. The couple got married in Iceland and returned to England, where Duncan continued with his music. He was very successful, even having a record contract. They had 2 children, Sarah and Kristen. Duncan would work a lot in Europe too. He used to play in Scandinavia, especially in Norway. He lived in Copenhagen for years as well, sharing a flat with fellow musicians. Despite his best efforts, Duncan and his wife went their separate ways, though he never stopped loving her, and he wouldn't ever say anything against her. In his heart of hearts, he hoped somehow they might one day be reconciled. He was absolutely delighted to be reconciled with his daughter, Sarah. His son, Christian, who now lives in London, has also been moved by the news of his dad's passing and has flown to Iceland to be with his mum and sister at this sad time. Duncan continued to play his music. Latterly, he had enjoyed his trips aboard the Royal Caribbean cruises, playing and entertaining the passengers. Sister Anne joined him on a couple of these cruises to the Baltic and the Mediterranean. Duncan inspired both of Anne's children, Lisa and Mark, to play guitar, to sing, and to enjoy creating music. Duncan got Mark his first guitar when he was 10. Mark was also pretty much self-taught too. Lisa had a great interest in music. She stayed with Duncan in England for a while and was really inspired by him. All the family are talented musicians. Great niece Tara has just graduated with honours and Duncan was so proud of them all. When he was ashore, Duncan loved meeting up with family and friends. They would walk for miles in Mugdock Park or into town. He lived at the top of Queen Margaret Drive near one of his favourite places, Queen Margaret Bridge. He loved going to the West End bars and restaurants for dinner with his sister Anne and her cousin Carol. Every May his friend Venka would come over for the weekend and join him. Duncan was great fun. He had a witty sense of humour. He was very entertaining company. It was a shame that he had allergies to many of the things he enjoyed: coffee, chocolate, and red wine. But he accepted it all with grace. Duncan kept himself very fit and healthy. He had to pass a strict medical for his work on the cruise ship. About 8 years ago, he had a problem with his knee and he had to have an operation. Anne knew right away that all was not well, and she fought for his corrective surgery. It was such a difficult time. It took its toll on Duncan and he kind of lost interest in performing his music. For Duncan's 70th birthday last June, there was a lovely celebration in the Mothy in Ruthven Lane, and he really enjoyed it. Later in the month, Duncan and some of the family were up in Kilmartin, outside Inverary, where his dad's family originated, on the Kilcannon estate. The family have an old photograph of Duncan's dad, Archie, outside Roundfield Cottage. Duncan had his photo taken outside the cottage. And the next generation, Mark, had his picture taken here too. His dad Archie's ashes are scattered on his parents' grave up there, and it will be there, but Duncan's ashes will also be laid to rest later, when Mark and Sarah can also join the rest of the family for this private ceremony. Duncan's passing has been a shock, and having his funeral in these unprecedented circumstances has not been easy. Hopefully Duncan's family and friends will make an extra special effort to find ways to remember him and to truly celebrate his life in the weeks, months and years to come. Duncan's family and friends will miss him. His witty repartee and his smile, his love of the West End, Queen Margaret Bridge, and socialising with those he loved. His incredible musical talent and his wide-ranging knowledge. His trusting, gentle nature and his ability to see the best in everyone, never holding a grudge, and having such an open and loving heart. Most of all, we'll miss his love. Deep, warm, and completely unconditional for each and every one of Duncan's family and friends. We are sadly coming to the end of our recollections of a life well lived and loved by Duncan Gillies. The recollections will continue in the hearts and minds of his family and friends, and all who ever encountered this gentle soul, who brought so much joy through his music and his company to more people than we will ever know. Before we commit Duncan's body to his maker, the family would especially like to express their gratitude for all the cards, flowers, and messages of condolence and love. It has meant a great deal, given the family such comfort, and has been deeply appreciated. Please stand if you're able as we say goodbye to Duncan. He spoke a lot recently about seeing his mum again. It gives us great comfort to think that he got his wish and that they'll be happily reunited.
That's